Mike and Roger Fisher, formerly of Heart, talk about the train wreck of an album that was Magazine. We talk about Mushroom Records. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Heart and their record label, Mushroom Records, kind of had a falling out. There was an ad that came out, you've probably heard the story, where they're standing up back to back and they don't seem to have any tops on, but of course they do. And it insinuates that the two sisters are much closer than two sisters should be. That caused an uproar. And the song Barracuda is partially about that sort of thing, the boys' club. We talked to Mike Fisher, who was their manager at the time, and Roger Fisher, the lead guitarist, about the album Magazine and Mushroom Records. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this. The Mushroom Records thing, that as a manager, I mean, was that whole album supposed to be an album? Was Magazine always going to be what we heard, a self-contained album?
Remote Annie, you're talking
about? No, Magazine.
Magazine, no. Magazine was going to be our epic second album, which was going to be the fantastic follow-up to the first one. And that whole thing was like a train wreck when Mushroom wasn't paying us anything, and we were on the road, with huge bills and going in the hole and not getting any support from the record company, not to mention no royalties. And then when they fired Mike Flicker, that was the last straw. And when I negotiated the contract with them, I had put in a key man clause so that if Mike Flicker wasn't there, I mean, he was the only reason we were at Mushroom, because we really liked his work and we wanted to be with him. So when they fired him, as far as we were concerned, it's over, and, we were able to get another record deal, but we weren't able to actually put out our second album the way it was supposed to be, because we had to take some of the songs that we hadn't recorded yet, like Barracuda and some of these other ones, and instantly create a new album out of thin air, in 3 weeks or something like that.
So Barracuda was from those sessions?
And no, we hadn't done those sessions yet. Okay. We were in the process of recording, and we had just recorded a few songs, not even enough for an album. They added filler stuff from like live shows and things like that to create Magazine.
Okay.
And that had never been the intention at all.
No.
That's what I thought. That's right. Okay.
Our real Magazine album would have been the best songs from Magazine and Little Queen all together.
Right. When did you know there was something in the music?
Right.
A lot of people pick up instruments. Everyone does. It's like a hockey player in Canada. Everyone plays hockey. But there's a point where, and I've talked to hockey players where they went, oh, wait a minute, I got something here. Nurture and nature, whatever it is, I can do something with this. What about both of you guys? When did you know that?
Jeez. Instantly, immediately. When we were kids.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your father...
I mean,
no, go ahead.
When I discovered that we could build a treehouse with our own hands and tools and stuff, that was really empowering. And something else that was really empowering was our family built our own house. And so we learned recycling. We would, on a hot summer day, we'd be out in the yard with a big stack of used lumber, and we'd be taking the nails out and then straightening the nails. So we would use that lumber and those nails over again, and that's how we built our house. So that was a really great lesson.
We'll have more of our conversation with Mike and Roger Fisher coming up next week. There'll be links to their YouTube channel in the description of this video. Also links where you can buy a t-shirt. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.